Hi, it's Mark again. This will be the 5th video in the series for Realty Capital Finance. Now I would like to discuss property insurance. Now, naturally, when we lend money on a property, we want to make sure the property is protected. Should something happen to the property, a fire, flooding, a theft, all kinds of things can happen. I actually used to do fix and flips, and the day before a sale happened, one time we were doing the final walkthrough. Overnight, somebody had broken into the property and stolen all the copper pipes. So things do happen. We must make sure the property is protected. Now, property insurance, we have a broker that we will use unless the borrower has an insurance broker that they would like to use. We're able to use theirs. What we really need is the property insurance to cover the full size of the loan. If the borrower wants to go over the size of the loan to the full value of the property, that is their choice. Additionally, we will require liability insurance, which is basically coverage for if a worker hurts himself or a stranger is walking outside and slips and falls and is suing the homeowner. We need to be protected that the house will not be vulnerable to being taken away. So we do require liability insurance, I believe $1 million minimum, and we require insurance on the property itself, as I said, up to the value of the loan. Typically the owner would like to go over for the full value of the house. That is their choice. Insurance is inexpensive. It's typically, this is just a ballpark figure, you're looking at probably $1,000 to $2,000 a year for the coverages. Now, we require the coverage to come to us on what is called an accord. An accord is basically a summary. It's not, in insurance policies, there's numerous documents. There's the declaration page, there's the actual policy, and then there is a insurance accord. The accord lists who is the person insured, or the LLC, the address of the property, the amounts of coverage, the dates the coverage are starting, the additional insured or mortgagee clause, which is who is also insured, or the mortgagee in that case would be Realty Capital Finance, including the loan number. All of these things must be listed on the accord. It must be listed correctly, and we must receive the accord from the insurance broker. I mention this because this takes time to get, and it must be done 100% correctly. The spelling must be correct, the dates must be correct, the loan numbers must be correct. We don't want to have any kind of questions or issues or challenges to our coverage of the house. This is one of the stuff that sometimes is a hiccup in getting through underwriting. I've already discussed appraisal, we've discussed title insurance, and there are numerous things that can go wrong. This is something that is very simple, and we work hard to try getting it right from the beginning. Your loan processor and underwriter will make sure to be in contact with either our insurance broker or your insurance broker to make sure that it is done correctly. This is one of the things that are gathered during the process as you wait for the appraisal and title to come back. This is one of the stuff that we do. We get it out of the way, and it's done. We do require that the insurance premium, which is the amount of money that the customer or borrower in this case need to pay for the insurance, we do require it to be paid at close out of the HUD. If it's a long-term rental loan, then we will also require 6 months of escrows, meaning we will require 6 months of insurance payments to be held by us if it's a long-term rental, to be held by our escrow company to make sure the payments are done every single month. And it will then come after the 6 months, 7 months and on, it will be part of the mortgage payment. So the mortgage payment will include the mortgage payment, which is principal and interest, the insurance, property insurance, and also will include property taxes, which is something I will discuss at length in a later video. Property insurance is quite simple. We just require full coverage for the property up to the size of the loan on property insurance. We require $1 million of liability insurance per year per incident, and we require this all to be on an accord, which has us as the mortgagee clause, including the loan number, the start dates, end dates, and the premium payment must be paid at the close out of the HUD. You will see at the close, as I've already discussed in previous videos, that there is going to be title charges, insurance charges. These are not money that is going to us. And insurance charges, this is money that's going to you. You're going to have to pay it regardless. The borrower needs to pay for it regardless. It's just paid up front. I keep repeating this because I need the borrowers to understand that at the close, when they see extra charges of several $1,000s, they need to understand during the process of underwriting and even origination that it costs money to buy a house. And some of the money is theirs, like prepaid property taxes, prepaid insurance. It's not going to us. They are just prepaying, and we're just holding it in escrow to make sure it will be paid on time. We don't want any trouble. This concludes the video on property insurance.